I guess when we move, I left a very big part of me in the island, and it remains there.
But I think one thing to think about it is what has been given to you by the island. Yeah, your sense of adventure, yeah, and your courage to do anything new. I think you're not afraid.
Singaporeans tend to forget that we are still islanders because we live on the mainland itself, which is an island. And as much as we always call Singapore an island nation, we should not forget that it is also a nation of islands because of all these offshore islands around us. So the Orang Lauts are actually a seafaring people. Many of them can be found in the region, particularly around Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia. And they're called Orang Lauts because their lives, livelihoods, and life worlds are actually centered around the ocean. They were not just fishermen, right? So many of them were also serving the different kingdoms around this region, and many of them were very highly regarded for that. Many of the Orang Lauts over time also decided to settle in different places, and they become Orang Pulaus.
We remember we used to take the sampan from our island to Sentosa to study.
Yeah, it was
Can you
called
remember the
Belakang
name?
Mati then. Just the whole experience of taking a boat to school, not a
Yes,
school
yeah.
bus, but a school boat. That was fun.
This is Kedai Kopi John.
Yes. And
Then-
that's the big banyan
The
tree.
big banyan tree, yeah.
Okay. And the barracks were there, right?
This is the British barrack.
Okay. And that's where you go into the jungle to catch your spiders.
Yeah, this is where.
And that's also where the eagles go home to
Yes.
roost. I think my memory of Brani is more romantic than visceral. Because unlike you, I don't roam about. My favorite memories are of the shining plankton on full moonlit
Aibarat,
nights.
we call it,
We
yeah.
call it Aibarat. I don't know why. So I learned about the sky and the sea and being able to sleep with the sound of the waves.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. I think,
Soothing and all that.
yeah. It's just so free and unstructured.
It's the morning, the freshness of what you call the loamy soil. There was no worry about safety also because we can leave our house open. It's such a well-knit kampong that everybody knows everybody. I could do anything I want.
So my brother smells of the salt and the sea and worms. I volunteered to stay mostly within the confine of the house, doing my reading, listening to the waves, sometimes hiding from mom and then going down to my raft to read. You were out of the house every day from the crack of dawn. Tell me what you do.
And I did everything that I want.
I know that.
From swimming, from hunting eggs in the forest, of wild chickens, something that really hooked me. It's spider fighting. It's everything about the island. The freedom they give me, the feeling of freshness. And like you, I enjoy the sky.
Yeah.
In the evening, I used to look at the birds coming to...
Yeah, the eagles.
Even the birds, even all the other birds, the
I don't
swallows and
notice.
miners.
Okay.
Because they actually come back to this hillside by the
Yep.
school.
To the nest
Yes.
area. Yep.
And then you can see the bats coming out in the evening.
What happened was that at 6, I still have not learned how to swim.
Yeah.
So our wonderful father
That's
one day
old,
just
that's
caught
old,
me on the
yeah.
plank and threw me and tossed me into the sea. Seriously. And I had to swim. But thank God for the stilts below the
So
houses.
you grabbed the stilt.
I swam from stilt to stilt.
I did see our neighbor literally tossing his elder son into the...
Yeah, it seems to be the Pulau way to do it.
So in Brani, we do face some challenges, especially in the water village. Water is not something that come easy. There are only public taps, we call it. There's about 3 or 4 taps only on the village. About 20 households share about, sometimes more, the tap. Electricity also is a problem because we can only get electricity from the Chinese provision shop after dark. All right? There is no hospital in the village. When I was injured badly, my father had to actually bring me all the way to Singapore General Hospital. You know, despite everything, I have a very rich childhood.
I suppose for you, Brani is still home, right, Ade?
It's very much my home. I can picture everything. I guess it will never leave me.
All that is written on the body for me is embedded as part of my being because I lived on Pulau Brani.
Yeah, the sea is in my vein.
All right,
I
okay.
always believe so.
You have salt water in there, don't you? I knew it.